Shalom. First, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. And it's going to be a quick hit on Esau Edom, the so-called white man. It says, man accused of flashing genitals to drivers on interstate said he needed excitement in his life, deputies say. Johnson, Iowa. A man from Iowa is accused of flashing drivers on interstates because he said he needed some excitement in his life, according to authorities. Dannon Airy, 30, is charged with 2 counts of indecent exposure. According to a criminal complaint, drivers saw Airy standing at the back of his car as he exposed his genitals to oncoming drivers. Court files allege Airy did this 2 days in a row. The first incident listed on October 14 around 7:30 a.m. on Interstate 80 near Oxford. The second incident was reported around 3:30 p.m. on October 15 in the northbound lane of Interstate 380 near North Liberty. A Johnson County Sheriff deputy said Airy admitted to the offense and said he was fulfilling an excitement that was currently missing in his life. That's Esau Edom, man. Look at him. This is a complete, totally dirtbag. This is the man that our people look up to and aspire to be like. You know, Jake goes out of their way to be like this wild, vile, wretched beast. You know, the beast man. You know, and when it's come to, we had an example, like great men, like our forefathers that came before us, the great men as mentioned in the scriptures, and Yahweh Shai, most importantly, Yahweh Shai, to be the type of example of how an Israelite man should be. But no, Jake want to be like the heathen, and here he is, front and center, exposing his genitals, showing you his true nature. That's how they were in them, when they ass was in them caves, man, when we had to civilize these people. They was just freaking disgusting, man. And he's reverting to his primal ways, man, his animalistic ways. So you got to be aware of Esau out here, man. He's the ultimate scumbag. Don't have him around your kids or nothing, bro. Just keep it moving with him. Because he is the true true freak of the earth, man. And you so-called Negro Latinos or Native Americans have, changed your whole life, your whole demeanor to be like this man. And the Israelite woman can't get enough of him, man. We had a bed wench down here in Louisiana, who got killed by Edomite. He could have been a Jake, but from the outskirts or the outside looking, he looks like Edomite. And she talking about how she loved, Edomite men and this, that, and third. And he ended up sending her ass to the spirit world. But let's get a precept before I get out of here. It's Hebrews 12 and 16. It says, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau. So Esau meaning the so-called white people, man. The so-called white man. The so-called white race. I don't care if they Spanish, Italian. Well, I won't say Italian. But there are some Edomite Italians. But there are some Edomite Jakes. There's jakes amongst all the Edomite nations. I'm just gonna leave it like that. But for the Edomites that's in that nation, they're profane. They're outside of the temple of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And they can't come in. You can't change the spots on this Edomite. You can't sit down and okay, Esau, follow these commandments, these law, statute commandments, these ordinances, so you can be good. Consider good. He can't do it, man. It's not in him. He's not set up to be righteous. He's set up to be wicked. That he's playing his part and he's playing it well, man. It says, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. So for a morsel of meat, Esau gave it all away for something physical, man. He gave it all away for a piece of undone meat. And and this is the man that the whole world marvels after, man. When he just pissed it all away for a piece of meat. So hey, man, Esau Edom, he's a fornicator. And he's profane outside the temple of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He's never gonna get in. And be aware of Edomites out here in these streets on your day to day, because they're sitting here, they watching you, and they, plotting on you, man. They got that creepy look, or they just like this one, just a straight up freak. So hey, man, I pray this video was edifying, and beware Esau, Edom, the so-called white man and woman, because they will pop your kids, your dog, and and tie you up and pop you, man, or drug you up. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. Before I get out of here, I'm gonna give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Shalom.